What if the man you were at 30, the one with that easy confidence, that boundless energy, that fire in his eyes, isn't gone? What if he's just waiting? Waiting for you to remember the language your own body speaks. Hello, I'm Dr. Grace Morgan. For over 15 years as a urologist, I've had the profound privilege of sitting with men just like you. Men in their 50s, 60s, and 70s. Good men. Strong men who have built lives, raised families, and navigated the world with integrity. But somewhere along the way, many of them confess to me in the quiet confidence of my office that they feel disconnected. It's not a sudden event. It's a slow creeping fade, a quiet dimming of the flame, the feeling that your best days are in the rearview mirror. You might notice it in the morning when the energy to leap out of bed just isn't there. You might feel it in the boardroom when your focus feels scattered. And you certainly feel it in those intimate moments when the strength and reliability you once took for granted now feel uncertain, leaving a hollow ache of frustration and even shame. Most men chalk it up to one simple, unavoidable word: age. They accept it as a final verdict, a closed door. But what if I told you, with every ounce of clinical experience and human understanding I have, that it's not your age that's holding you back? It's a disconnection from two fundamental forces of nature that exist inside your own body: a powerful river and an electric spark. When these two forces work in harmony, you feel alive. You feel strong. You feel like you. When they are weak or obstructed, everything begins to decline. But here is the most beautiful and hopeful truth I can share with you today: that river can be made to flow freely again. That spark can be reignited. And it doesn't require a miracle. It requires understanding. Let me explain. Think of your circulatory system, all those thousands of miles of arteries and blood vessels, as a great winding river. For you to feel powerful, for your mind to be sharp, your heart to be strong, and for your body to respond with firmness and passion, that river must flow deep and unobstructed. The key to that flow is a remarkable molecule your body produces called nitric oxide. It's the master signal that tells the banks of your river, the walls of your blood vessels, to relax, to open up, and to let life-giving oxygen-rich blood surge through. When you were younger, your body produced this molecule in abundance. The river flowed effortlessly. But over time, things can get in the way. Poor diet, chronic stress, lack of movement. These are like dams and debris slowly choking the river. The flow becomes sluggish. The pressure builds in the wrong places. And the very tissues that need that powerful flow the most, in your heart, your brain, and yes, in your penis, begin to starve. Now let's talk about the spark. Your nervous system is the spark. It's the electrical grid that sends messages of desire, pleasure, and command throughout your body. For an erection to happen, your brain has to send a clear, powerful signal down your spine, a spark that says now. That signal needs to be calm, focused, and intentional. But most of us live our lives in a state of constant, low-grade alarm. We call it fight or flight. It's the nervous system's response to endless emails, traffic, financial worries, and the relentless pressure to perform. In this state, your body is tense. Your breathing is shallow. Your mind is racing. And the spark of desire gets drowned out by the noise of survival. Your body cannot be in a state of emergency and a state of intimacy at the same time. It has to choose. And for most men over 50, it has been choosing survival for a very, very long time. So you have a river that's blocked and a spark that's muffled. Is it any wonder you feel tired? Is it any wonder you feel your vitality slipping away? It is not a personal failure. It is a biological reality. But this is where your new story begins. Because we are not going to focus on the blockages. We are going to focus on restoring the flow. We're going to do it not with complicated protocols or extreme measures, but with simple, profound actions that speak your body's native language. Let's start with the river. How do we help it flow again? We begin at the source. I want you to think about the very first thing you do tomorrow morning. Before the coffee, before the news, before checking your phone. I want you to go to your kitchen and pour yourself a tall glass of water. Not cold, just room temperature. And as you drink it, I want you to close your eyes and imagine that water entering your body, not just as liquid, but as life. Imagine it thinning your blood, making it silkier, more fluid. Imagine it hydrating every single cell, waking up your tissues from a long, dry night. This simple act is one of the most powerful things you can do for your circulation. When you are dehydrated, your blood becomes thicker, more like sludge than a river. It's harder for your heart to pump. It struggles to get into the tiniest, most delicate blood vessels, the very ones responsible for firm, lasting erections. Just by starting your day with pure, clean water, you are telling your body, I am here. I am tending to the river. You are literally making it easier for blood to flow everywhere it needs to go. You are clearing the first and most common piece of debris. Don't worry about drinking a gallon a day just yet. Just start with that one intentional glass in the morning. Feel it. Honor it. It is the first step in reclaiming your physical power. The second way we clear the river is with what you eat. Now, I'm not going to give you a long list of forbidden foods. Shame and restriction don't heal anyone. Instead, I want you to think about adding one thing to your plate each day. Something alive. Something green. Think of dark leafy greens like spinach or kale. Think of deep, rich colors like beets or blueberries. These foods are packed with natural nitrates and antioxidants. Your body takes these nitrates and converts them directly into that miracle molecule, nitric oxide. They are quite literally river wideners. They are nature's way of telling your blood vessels to open, to relax, and to let the good stuff through. So don't think about what you have to give up. Think about what you can add. A handful of spinach in your eggs. A small beet salad with your lunch. A cup of blueberries for a snack. Each time you do, you are sending a direct signal to your circulatory system, relax, open, flow. You are not on a diet. You are consciously rebuilding the banks of your inner river, making it wider, stronger, and more resilient, one nourishing meal at a time. Now let's turn our attention to the spark. How do we calm the nervous system and reignite that clear, powerful signal of desire? We start with the one tool you carry with you, every moment of every day, your breath. Most of us breathe without thinking. It's shallow, it's in our chest, and it keeps us locked in that state of low-grade anxiety. This kind of breathing tells your nervous system that you are under threat. It keeps the fight or flight switch turned on. We need to flip that switch. And we do it with a breath that goes deep into the belly. Right now, wherever you are, I invite you to try this with me. Place a hand on your belly. Take a slow, gentle breath in through your nose and feel your hand rise. Let the air fill you from the bottom up. Count to 4 as you breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold it for just a moment, and then exhale slowly through your mouth as if through a straw for a count of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Feel your hand fall. Feel your shoulders drop. Let's do it one more time. In through the nose, belly rising. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, and out through the mouth, long and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That single breath, that long, slow exhale, is the most powerful signal of safety you can send to your nervous system. It activates what we call the rest and repair system, or as I like to call it, the rest and arousal system. It is biologically impossible to get a strong, relaxed erection when your body is tense and in survival mode. This deep, diaphragmatic breathing is the master key. It turns off the alarms, quiets the mental noise, and allows the spark of your true intention to finally be felt. You don't need to meditate for an hour a day. Just practice this for 2 minutes when you wake up, before a meeting, when you feel that wave of stress rising. 2 minutes of intentional breathing can change your entire hormonal and neurological state. It clears the static so the signal can get through clear and strong. The second piece of reigniting the spark is movement. But I'm not talking about punishing workouts or running marathons. I'm talking about the simple primal act of walking. When you sit for hours on end, as so many of us do, you are physically compressing the entire network of nerves and blood vessels in your pelvis. You are creating a stagnant swamp right at the center of your power. Your hips get tight, your lower back aches, and the energy in your lower body quite literally gets stuck. Walking is the antidote. It is the great unsticker. With every step, you are gently mobilizing your hips. You are pumping fresh blood and oxygen into your pelvic bowl. You are stimulating the very nerves that need to be awake and responsive for intimacy. Think of a daily walk not as exercise, but as a pilgrimage to your own vitality. It's a way of carving the riverbed deeper, of ensuring the flow has a clear and open path. Aim for 20 minutes. It doesn't have to be fast. Just walk. Feel your feet on the ground. Let your arms swing. Breathe that deep belly breath we just talked about. Notice the world around you. This simple combination movement and mindful breathing is a potent formula for rewiring your nervous system from a state of chronic stress to a state of grounded, present masculine calm. This is the state where your strength resides. Now there is one final piece to this puzzle. It is the most important piece of all because it governs both the river and the spark. It is your mind. It is the story you tell yourself about who you are. For years, perhaps decades, you may have been telling yourself a story of decline. I'm getting older. I'm not the man I used to be. It's all downhill from here. Every time you repeat those words, you are sending a powerful command to every cell in your body. You are instructing your nervous system to be weak. You are telling your blood vessels to constrict. You are programming yourself for failure. That story is a lie. It is the most toxic debris in your entire river. And today is the day you stop telling it. Your body is not your enemy. It is your faithful partner, and it is listening to you. It has been listening to your fear, your frustration, and your self-judgment for a long time. Starting today, we are going to change the conversation. When you wake up in the morning, instead of groaning about an ache or pain, I want you to place a hand over your heart and say one simple thing, either out loud or to yourself. Thank you. Thank you for the breath in my lungs. Thank you for the heart that is still beating. Thank you for the strength I do have. Thank you for the opportunity to heal. When a moment of intimacy doesn't go as planned, instead of spiraling into shame and anger, I want you to take a breath and offer yourself a little grace. Say to yourself, it's okay. My body is learning a new way. I am patient. I am kind. This isn't just positive thinking. This is neural reprogramming. You are literally forging new pathways in your brain. You are replacing the well-worn path of fear with a new path of compassion and trust. You are becoming your own greatest ally. And when your mind is on your side, your body will follow. It will feel safe enough to open. It will feel safe enough to respond. It will remember its own innate power, because that is what this is all about. It's not about chasing a younger version of yourself. That man is gone, and that's okay. This is about stepping into the man you are meant to be now, wiser, more present, more intentional. A man who understands that true strength isn't about brute force, but about flow, about connection, about the quiet, consistent care he gives to his own body, mind, and spirit. The river and the spark, water, greens, breath, movement, and a kinder story. These are not quick fixes. They are seeds. But if you plant them today and you tend to them with just a little bit of attention each day, they will grow. You will begin to feel a shift. It might be subtle at first, a little more energy in the afternoon, a deeper night's sleep, a moment of genuine unforced calm. And then one morning, you will wake up and feel it, that old familiar stirring, that undeniable sign that the river is flowing and the spark is bright. It will feel like a sunrise inside of you. Your body has not forgotten how to be powerful. It has only been waiting for you to come home to it. You are not too late. You are not broken. You are right on time. And your journey back to your own vitality, your own confidence, and your own inner strength begins now. If this message touched you, if it sparked a flicker of hope inside you, I invite you to subscribe to this channel, because every week we will walk this path together, sharing more insights and simple, powerful truths to help you feel fully alive again. And if you know another man who needs to hear this, a friend, a brother, a father, please share this with him. Let him know he is not alone. Finally, leave a comment below. Tell me one thing that resonated with you, one small step you are willing to take starting today, because this conversation is how we begin to heal together. I'm Dr. Grace Morgan. Thank you for your time and your courage. Take good care of yourself. Your sunrise is waiting.